democracy.sl, courtesy of Osiwa, and powered by Africell. Me where they bring this edition of Midday Show come to you today. We're at the last edition for this week. Me na Elizabeth Campbell. The call time inside the program, we get plenty news, information, and entertainment. So stay with me for the next 1 hour. You can be part of this program by way how you go send a text message on the number 077-981-981, 077-981-981, or you go watch me live on We Radio Democracy Facebook page. Don't forget to say where they send a text message, limit time to the thing that they discuss now the program. We take with us issue inside the program. The Director for Planning and Interagency Relations and Strategic Communication na the Office of National Security (ONS), Francis Languba Kelly say ONS cannot say tribalism and national politics responsible for the plenty violence where they be inside the Waterloo Edman by election campaign this BNTM. Francis Languba Kelly talked this after one meeting where the ONS National Electoral Commission, NEC, and other body them all with community stakeholder them na the Waterloo community for talk about the thing them we been done responsible for the plenty violence inside the Waterloo Edman by election where for be don't be inside May this year. For more on this, make we join Musa S. Kamara.
People remember say May this year na be the term for the Waterloo Edman by election, but this election not been old as before the day for the election. Office of National Security (ONS) be asked the National Electoral Commission (NEC) for tap this election force, so they then look inside the reason for the plenty violence with people na the Waterloo community been done they complain about where they say they be for sake of this election. For sake of this make Office of National Security (ONS) with them partner them meet with the candidates them for this by election and stakeholder them na the Waterloo community. Francis Languba Kelly, na Director of Planning, Interagency Relation and Strategic Communication, na Office of National Security. He talk more about this meeting.
During this time, with district security committees, we don't meet them. They try for de-escalate tensions, meet with them at one-to-one community level. But today, we find out Law can get a very grand meeting, and where this comprises of all the security sector heads. Law can meet all the stakeholders, the candidates, community stakeholders, opinion leaders between Waterloo and environs. So you see, saying a high-level delegation come from ONS, NEC, PPRC, chairman, we all can for can get stakeholders meeting with them and get frank talk. Let everybody blow mind, waiting at the PC and the cause, and how we will resolve them.
As the meeting set the stage for make people talk about waiting they unbog them for sake of this election, make Francis Languba Kelly say, from the blow mind them, make Office of National Security Fenot say, among plenty reason, national politics and the issue of tribe. Now some of the issue them will be responsible for the plenty violence with people na the Waterloo community. Been done they complain about where they say they be for sake of this election.
Well, of course, one thing we will notice, this question of tribalism is still there. Now be underlying factor. You're not countryman, you're not Creole man, blah, blah. This question of political interference, especially from the two major political parties, SFDP and APC, they will support candidates there on both sides. That will create problem. Of course, see the question of cliques and gangs, where them politicians they use for can cause problem. The question of lawlessness among the youths them. I mean, some of the things and that will really come out from the discussions you said they say. This high level of political intolerance where parties then get, this same white, green and red, it still affects the election.
Even though they not fixed date for this election, but according to Languba Kelly, you know go say again, then go put them for this election and self say stakeholder them go work by the agreement where the candidates and other authority them don't sign for, like zero political color by the election and other thing them.
Timeline based on discussions who they get. Well, they watch the security environment. Still, we they watch them for them couple of days here. I'm not going to tell you say na tomorrow or na next tomorrow, but rest assured it will be done soonest. But of course, you see, we climax and with a communique. That communique, all the parties then sign. We'll talk say they all for disease from using any particular way the campaign. They all for be law abiding. that the security sector go hold anybody responsible. You even see the chairman of PPRC, Abdullah Bangura, we say they go engage the heads of the SNPP and APC, na Freetown, engage them for let them try for understand, say, these are non-partisan elections, parties are not for be involved, so everybody for go about a normal business.
Inside Iyon talk, the chairman for the Western Rural District Council, Kasho J. Oland Cole, call on authority them for tap rally anytime where this election gets for old back. As he say, this now one of the reasons them were responsible for the plenty violence we been be during the election campaign.
We'll not go to the elections back because we get Section 20 of Local Government Act, Good Powers Day. We don't say we don't want no rally again our talk. We don't want to go campaign inside host to people where election can go vote. We go find out where they rally until they rally Sunday fete, they rally Wednesday fete. And we send the shame now when they tell Waterloo who are this list. Very, very embarrassing.
I talked to some of the candidates them for this Edman by-election. We tell me what's in the makeup of the meeting and how them plan for work by the peace agreement where they all don't sign to.
Me and Leslie Osewenzul, one of the aspirants for the by-election for Edman and Waterloo. Me support because all along I preach no violence, no abusive language. I support and I appreciate what ONS don't do and other authorities they had this morning. What they don't do, and I pray to Papa God, let Papa God bring we all together and unite we, let peace reign in Waterloo.
My name is Elizabeth Betts. I'm a contestant for Waterloo Village. Well, the communique way aside, this is something we don't abide to all the time, even before they make we can document with signatures day. So for me, this is part of my campaign. I've always been a peaceful person, and I intend for keep the peace and make sure that other people can keep the peace as well.
As this meeting have of Fenway solve the reason for the violence at the Waterloo Edman election, community people hope say this go solve the problem and save this election go hold just now for help reduce the tension where they say they been at the community for sake of this election. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Musa S. Kamara.
And the program where they listen to na midday show, it come to you live from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM. Like I don't say you self go get the chance to add the voice to the issues them who they discuss at the program. If you get comments, ask questions on 077 981 981 or you go watch me live on the Radio Democracy Facebook page. Now with me na the studio, I get me studio guests them where one na Donald Thompson, we na the Executive Director for Foundation for Advocacy and Literacy Development. As Idenaya so for talk but to parents them for sending deaf and dumb picking them for go school and self-ask government for train sign language interpreter them for put them na government school them so that will help them picking their way deaf and dumb for no but the thing them where they happen at the country. Hello and welcome to the program.
Fambule, good afternoon.
Right. Again, I get with me na the studio Pastor Solomon Mansare, we na the pastor for the Living Word International Church, we in a hill station at the also for can talk about the 1 year anniversary. We will be June 9 this year. Hello and welcome to the program, Pastor.
Thank you very much. Fambule, Mona, good afternoon.
Well, that's them. They want the enemy two guests them we I get to the program, but I go start with Donald Thompson, we na the Executive Director for Foundation for Advocacy and Literacy Development. As I be don't introduce it, then I also for talk, but two parents then for send them picking we deaf and dumb for go school. Okay, Mr. Thompson, tell me what in this all day about for their parents and send them picking them for go school and all.
Well, let's just talk small about the organization. Foundation for Advocacy and Literacy Development, we don't found them from 2006. Where we do advocacy campaign for the voiceless people across the country and at different disability groups. But now we get concern over the deaf them because we know say then they left behind among the disability categories them. And so we work on a project we call Enhancing Education for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing Youths. So basically, we see the kind moves where the government don't make with this free quality education, of course, and we notice most parents they waking born disabled picking away are deaf, and then poor areas, then slump areas them or then bay areas them feel say then disabled picking there so they're not for go school you know. And the Disability Act of 2011 actually give scholarship for disabled persons who go to college. So if you don't go school, how you go to college? So since this government make free education at school levels, we see it necessary now for talk to parents and guardians and community people for let them send them picking and go school, because now an opportunity for the disabled people for let them go school till they done university, they not go pay nothing. So since we go around, we talk to some of the parents them around, because most of the parents them feel say, "Oh, you picking na deaf, na for get note for make you go big," rather than instead of encourage them for make you go to school, he go send them for go big, you know. So we dey talk to them, and also we see the need say if we dey talk to them for go school, if the teachers they're not trained for let them teach them picking there, so it will be difficult for them, you know, because we dey talk about inclusive society. We are in terms of mixing able pupils them, we go there among them deaf and there. So we also they encourage governments them for let them try for train the teachers them in basic sign language, so like the picking them able for participate well in class. So that's what they are about.
But Mr. Thompson, we know say we get plenty challenges them when it come to disability issues, because this BNTM would on the way the head of them schools and they call for let government intervene on different issues them challenges them way they picking and they go through and themselves for able to manage them picking and they. How you think say on a foundation go able for coming? Because for send the beginning at one, for let them get the required thing them where they need for good school now another thing.
Yes.
And then challenges them be don't they.
Yes.
You know,
Well,
I don't come in for make sure say they addressing challenges and they before Comrade will get the urge for send them picking them.
Yes. Now make we also the talk with the government, and through the First Lady's office, there is a pan disability group. Wherein the First Lady don't set this group, wherein they don't take disability as a paramount issue. So we own campaign now wherein we talk on the government for train the teachers then, because the challenge